welcome back to another episode of Opposition Uncovered. West Ham's next opponents are Tottenham Hotspur away in North London. I'm going to be breaking down Spurs, the season so far, give some of their danger men, talk about a player who played for both West Ham and Spurs, and then give my score prediction. West Ham have come off the back of a woeful 2-0 home defeat to Wolves. Spurs are coming off the back of a 1-1 draw with Manchester United. This season so far for Spurs, it's been up and down. A little bit of a slide, which caused Mauricio Pochettino to lose his job, and then the club went and hired Jose Mourinho as manager. And he's done a pretty good job. Spurs are currently 8th in the league. He's trying to steer them towards European football. West Ham's track record against Spurs, it's usually a bit of a deja vu kind of thing. Let me explain what I mean. West Ham tend to play Spurs at this point in the season, and in the last few seasons or so, West Ham have won that game and denied Spurs the chance to do their title charge. Happened last season, 2019, when Antonio scored the first away goal at Tottenham's new stadium. Manuel Lanzini did it in 2017, and that goal in 2017 was the one that denied Spurs, who were second in table at the time, any chance to catch up to Chelsea, and Chelsea won the league that year. Also, there was that League Cup game when Spurs were 2-0 up and West Ham came back to win 3-2. Spurs have a lot of very good players, but I'm going to pick out 3 players that I think could be a real threat for them. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a newcomer to Spurs. It's the winger Steven Bergwijn. He joined from PSV in January, and he's had an immediate impact on that team. He has 3 goals and 6 appearances, and he scored on his debut in front of the home fans. He scored against Manchester United very recently, where he went between 2 players and then fired it past De Gea. Very pacey player, and one of the reasons why he's coming is because the club's current record signing, Tanguy Ndombele, plays in that position, but he's not been doing very well. He's been dropped to the bench a lot. And Ndombele also had a debut goal for Spurs. Bergwijn did. But Ndombele's forms dipped rapidly. So that's why I think Bergwijn's come in. The next player is another winger, Song Heung-min. He's just come back from South Korea, having completed his national service. He would have had to do 2 years and go away from playing football for 2 years, go back to South Korea and do his national service, but he only did a few weeks of it and was given a government pardon after South Korea won the Asian Cup. He's one of the best wingers in the world, and I think, although he gets a lot of praise, he can be underrated from time to time. He's versatile, he's good at counter-attacking, that's why he's a very dangerous threat. No surprises for my third player, it's obviously Harry Kane. Kane's clearly loved by the Spurs fans, he's a very important striker, he's one of the best in the Premier League as well, and one of the best for the England national team. One player that played for both West Ham and Tottenham is midfielder Scott Parker, and honestly, he's one of my favourite West Ham players of all time. Scott Parker joined West Ham in 2007 and spent 4 years with the club. He made 113 appearances and scored 10 Premier League goals. He left West Ham in August 2011 and then joined Spurs. Failed to score any goals for them, but made 51 appearances. Parker also was a part of the England national team setup, and although he was a very hard-working player, he wasn't very technically gifted, and the England's manager at the time, Roy Hodgson, was very critical of Parker's performances and sometimes his contribution to the national setup. After he left Tottenham, Parker went to Fulham, retired as a player there, and is now their manager. Usually, West Ham do well against Spurs, and that's a strange thing with West Ham. They always seem to do well against big London clubs but can't beat teams around them. And although I've said that we may have a good chance against Spurs, I can't see West Ham winning the game. And that's based on the performance against Wolves, when the defence looked very frail. If Arma Traore made West Ham's defence look scared, just the one player, imagine what the whole of Tottenham's attack's going to do. If our defenders can't get their act together, it's going to be just embarrassing. It's going to be like a 5-0, 6-0 defeat. So I'm going to say Spurs win. Thank you very much for watching Opposition Uncovered. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe for more content. I will be back to do my aftermath of the West Ham Spurs game. Thanks very much for watching this video. Come on you Irons.